कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यम् बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहना कर्मणो गति. So today we shall be discussing Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 and verse number is 17. Sri Krishna is saying that the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what is action, what is forbidden action, and what is inaction. So, action is known as karma, forbidden action is known as vikarma, and inaction is known as akarma. So, Krishna is saying that everybody should know the difference between these three kinds of action. Whatever our life is, it is because of the actions which we have had performed in our previous lives or in this life. So basically, we are enjoying the results of the action previously performed. And the activities which we are doing now will reap its results in the future or in a near future. So it is very important to know that what kind of action will bring what kind of results. Some actions can bring instant result, some can bring delayed result, some can bring result for a very long time, and some results can be of eternal in nature. So that depends upon that what kind of activity we are doing. So each activity can be performed in these three ways. So if one is serious about freedom or liberation from this material bondage, then one must understand this distinction between these three types of action. So, what is right and what is wrong? For that, scriptures very clearly states that this has to be done and this has to be avoided. So, scriptures are the praman or authority in such cases. Our mind is filled with many material desires which we want to fulfill. So, when actions are performed according to the desires on the lines of scriptures, obeying the scriptures, then such actions are known as proper action, right action, or karma. But there are many activities which scriptures prohibits, which may looks very lucrative at the moment, but in future it will have a very deeper and detrimental effects, like eating food which is not recommended, especially which is tainted with violence to other living entities, doing things which are not morally or ethically correct, troubling other people for your personal sense enjoyment, not considering how it is affecting the lives of other person. Such actions are known as vikarma, against the scriptures, against the creation, and such actions will bring pain not only to the performer but also to the power who will give the results to you. When a child does something which is not good for the child, it gives also trouble to his parents. teachers, and his well-wishers. Similarly, whenever the human being leaves the moral path of work and he does things according to his whimsical mind and greed, then such results, such actions give pain not only to that individual soul but to the higher powers who has to give the results to such a living entity. The higher powers, especially the Lord of Death, the Lord of Dharma, is Yamraj. He is a pure devotee of Krishna. Yamraj explains that there are 12 great personalities who knows the secret of spirituality and everybody should follow them. Who are they? He says Swambhu, Shambhu, Narad, Kumar, Kapilo, Manu, Janak, Bhishmo, Prahlad, Kapila, Vyasaki, Vayam. He says that Swambhu means Lord Brahma, Shambhu, Lord Shiva. So Brahma, Shiva, Narad, four sons of Brahmaji, Sanat Kumar, Sananand, such four Kumars. Manu, King Janak, Bhishma, Prahlad, and Sukdev Goswami, Kapil Muni, and me, Vayam, and I know the principles of religion. So Srila Prabhupada often used to say that Mahajana yen gatena sapantha. The path of religion is very intricate. The path of spirituality is very technical, it's very sharp. So if we do not follow these great personalities, it is of great probability that we'll commit grave mistake in it. So we must follow the authorities sincerely. We must follow the spiritual master with absolute sincerity. And that is the way to success in spiritual life. So there are forbidden action. In the today's world, the Kali Yuga, the age of hypocrisy, age of fighting over trivial matters, it is the only way where we can protect ourselves is taking the shelter of a spiritual master, chanting the name of Krishna every day, and keeping Krishna as our goal, doing actions for the pleasure of Krishna. That is the only hope we have in such a grave circumstances. The third kind of action is akarma, which is known as inaction. So when we perform akarma, which is also known as devotion to Krishna, then we get the real freedom, then we get no bondage. Why should we perform akarma? In one way, of course, we want to be really happy. In other way, because performing inaction is our nature. Krishna wants us to be happy, Krishna wants us to be free, and Krishna is really happy and Krishna is really free. So if we perform action for Krishna's pleasure, those actions are actually beneficial for us, because our identity is not as a body. Our actual identity is that we are spirit soul and we are part and parcel of Krishna. Mame vansho jeev loke jeev bhuta sanatana manashasthani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. So this is the principle, that we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are spirit soul, so we should do everything for the benefit of the soul. We should just not do activities which is beneficial only for the body, but body is just an instrument, just like a boat. A boat is used to take us the other side of the river. So similarly, this human body is just to take us from material world to the spiritual world, the other side of the world, the spiritual world. So this is what the human life is all about. Human life is not just to collect objects for sense titillation, sense gratification. The human life is that whatever objects we have, we should use them to please the Lord. We should use them to please the devotees of the Lord and not our senses. That is the way of perfect, perfect action, or we can say it is inaction. So, wish you a very wonderful spiritual life ahead. We'll stop here today and discuss the next verse tomorrow. Hare Krishna.